Well guys, this is a cool cooking video that's going to show y'all how to use an electric griddle when you're cooking at a campsite. And I'm going to show y'all how to do breakfast on it, as well as how to do some brisket on it. And yeah, I hope y'all like it. This is the easiest way that I've found to cook when I'm camping. You know, I have a Weber grill, and I got all kinds of other stuff that I could have used, and stuff that I've used in the past. And you know, if you have electric hookups, this is really legitimately the easiest way to cook, and it's going to save you a lot of time. It's going to save you a lot of cleaning and stuff like that, and just make it real easy for you to just kind of enjoy the time that you're out there with your friends and be out in it without having to be inside cooking and without getting your camper all hot and dirty. And you just cook outside like this. But hope it helps, and I hope y'all enjoy it. Guys, no matter where you're at, always make sure to lock your Yeti up and fasten it securely to your truck so that it's just not as easy for them to carry off. You know, they can get what's inside of it, they're not going to carry off your expensive cooler. And so no matter where you're at, no matter how nice the place, I think always make sure to lock it up. And you can get this lock from Yeti, and it's a really good lock. It just, you know, it makes it a little louder and harder for them to steal your stuff, which is all you need, and they'll go on to an easier target. You know, don't make yourself the mark. There are some green bell peppers. I got some brisket. It's already been chopped. It's been cooked and chopped. I cooked it before I left and just put it in this freezer bag, and I just put it in the freezer. That way you don't have to be in there prepping stuff in your camper while you're there. So prep everything beforehand. That way you're not in there cutting stuff up, but instead you'll be outside cooking with your friends and your family. So I got some green bell pepper. I got some onion. Okay, and I got this brisket. It's got like 4 different rubs in it, and it's extremely tender because it cooked a long time and got a smoke in it, and so it's going to be ready to go. And some of this fat's going to melt out and cook these, so you don't even need to really add butter if you cook them close to it. And we're going to cook all this together on this electric griddle, and it's the easiest thing to cook on outside. You don't have to worry about hooking up gas or anything. If you're at a site with electric, it's what I recommend. And you know, you just plug it in and you'll just turn on whatever heat you want. And once I get this going, I'm just going to cover it with some foil over the top of it. Just lay some foil over the top of all these ingredients. I'm gonna put a little Tony Chachere's on the peppers and onions, some all-purpose seasoning, and then it's just gonna simmer there for a while, and we're just gonna take our time and kind of hang out. Alright guys, so I got some green bell pepper and some white onion that I cut up at home, so I wasn't having to be inside missing everything. Here at the campsite, I just go ahead and you want to cut up and prep everything that you can before you get to the campsite, because you don't want to be in there prepping stuff, but it is fun to be outside with your friends and making some dinner and hanging out with them cooking outside. So prep everything first. I didn't have to cut up anything tonight. I had already cut it up and put it in the freezer. It was in freezer bags, all of it. And it's cooking now, so I got some green bell pepper, I got some white onion, I got some brisket. That brisket's been smoked 6 hours. It's been cooked in the oven about 12 hours and wrapped, and I used about 3 or 4 different rubs on it. Now I'm just throwing some Tony Chachere's on these vegetables. That's always a good choice. That's stuff we eat hard here in East Texas because we're this close to Louisiana, and we like that stuff. We like it spicy. I'm gonna put the foil on it. Keep that heat in there on the griddle. Let some of that fat melt off the brisket into the peppers and the onions, and I'm gonna stir that all up together. It's gonna be really good on some nice buns, so should be really good. Just cooking nice and slow, taking our time. Nothing to it. Hanging out by the fire, enjoying a beautiful sunset. Put the foil back on one more time. When I come back, this will be ready. Alright, so it's all ready to put on a bun. Alright guys, with some fritos and queso on the side. My friend Blaine's gonna do his with the queso inside the bun, which I think is pretty aggressive, but I like it. You know guys, it's just, I don't know, I think it's it's the exercise and activity of camping, but also the way that you relax that will activate your parasympathetic system and, you know, kind of calm everything down and make you digest more. But when I'm camping, I'm just hungrier and I'm thirstier, and like, I don't know, it's just something about it. I think it's the activity of camping that really makes you starved and hungry, and also just the relaxation of it that makes you hungry. And it's all part and parcel of the fun of it. You know, camp cooking is a lot of fun, but you don't want to be in there cooking up a bunch of vegetables or cutting up a bunch of stuff inside. Just be out with your friends. And I mean, if you got electric hookups, just use your electric hookups and use the electric griddle. It's the easiest to clean up. And I'll take this thing outside, I'll unplug it, I'll get it real hot. When I'm done, I'll put this stuff away, and then I'll get it real hot, and I'll just take it over to my second hose I showed y'all earlier, my outdoor hose, and I'll just spray it off with my outdoor hose and wipe it down with a paper towel, and it'll be clean. And that's all you got to do. Then you don't have any dishes to do because we're using paper plates. So that's the easiest way to do it, guys. There's no mess, and you don't have to be inside cutting stuff up if you take care of all that stuff beforehand. And you can be out with your friends, hanging out, spending time doing the things you want to do. So, all right. Man, you know, the sunsets out here are just miraculous, and I've even just seen impromptu fireworks coming from over there across the lake from the Petroleum Club. And you know, you got your just beautiful evening sunset. Hard to see, let me zoom. There is ducks way out there. There's a whole bunch of them. You can kind of see them schooling out off into the sunset.
That's looking sweet, bro.
So another reason electric griddles are so great is because they're like easy to cook bacon in, and I'm just gonna keep this bacon grease on this thing when it's done to cook the pancakes in, and that is so good.
And it wipes up easy.
Yeah, it wipes right up. So now just using the bacon grease that was left over to cook these pancakes up in, and they'll just flip over real easy. And that's pretty much perfect, guys. I like to do them silver dollar size, maybe a little bigger. I don't make massive pancakes because they're just easier to flip if you don't make them too big. So that's it, guys. You just, you know, electric griddle, prep your items before you go, and then it's just a bunch of paper goods, so you're not in there doing dishes or cutting up vegetables. Well, you could be out with your friends hanging out and having fun. So easiest way, there's no cleanup, there's no mess. We haven't done any dishes yet. Really, so I mean, and this is day 2, so I mean, it's just the easiest way to go. That way you're not in there doing tedious stuff that you have to do at home.
Easy peasy.
Perfect. All right, guys, so this is why you want your outdoor hose. It's just real easy to clean up this griddle like this. Spray it right off.
That was after cooking bacon, pancakes, and eggs.
Well, I hope this video was helpful. So you got the main things, you know, prep all your ingredients beforehand and put them in freezer bags, and just, you know, keep them cold until you're ready to use them. And, you know, use paper goods and use your electric griddle. And that is the easiest, most laid back, lowest maintenance way to do camp cooking that I found. And you can use this for a tent site, and you can use it if you have a 110 hookup at your tent site, or if you don't, you know, a small generator or inverter will work to run one of these. You can definitely use it at a camping site that has hookups, and so easiest, most portable way to cook without having to do a lot of mess, and keep you from doing dishes while you're on the road. I love y'all. I hope this helps, and I'll talk to you soon.